What's up, everybody? I hope y'all are having a great day. My name's Anthony and today we're going to be making oregano salve. Let's go. So if you remember the last time we made oregano infused oil. Now just one thing I wanted to clarify. This is my personal preference only. When it comes to making an infused oil, I would only use that topically. Mainly because there is a fear of having botulism, that kind of thing, because you're not boiling and you're not doing any kind of acid, so that is an environment for botulism to grow. So I wouldn't suggest taking any kind of herbal infused oil, and especially after it's been sitting for a long time, and ingesting that. I think if you want to ingest something, you should use a tincture because the alcohol will kill that kind of botulism from forming. I just want to go ahead and clarify that here. Herbal infused oils topically, tinctures internally. Cool. Alright, so today we're going to be making a salve. Basically, what a salve is making a more solid state oil. So if you use any kind of vegetable oil, you know that they are liquid at room temperature. And a salve is basically using something like beeswax in a certain ratio to make sure that that oil is a little bit more solid. So something like a coconut oil, how it's solid, but it can be rubbed on and applied topically to the point where the skin can still absorb it. So that's what I wanted to go ahead and do here. And the proper ratio, depending on what you're using, is between 4:1 and 6:1, meaning 4 parts of oil to 1 part beeswax. That way we can solidify what we're trying to do. Since this is something I usually make like a lip balm, and I like it a little bit thinner, so I'm going to go with a 5:1 ratio for this one, and I'm going to show you what that means here in a second. First things first, we have to take our herbal infused oil and get all the leaves out of it. So I'm going to strain it here in this big Pyrex cup. Alright, so if you look, you can see we have about 1 3/4 cups of oil, but I don't want to go and measure my volume. I want to measure by weight. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to see how much oil is actually in here so we can get a proper measurement. Now we zero out the jar, that way we can pour. Of course I hit the wrong button, there we go. Now we zero out the jar, that way we can pour all this in there and see exactly how much oil we have by weight. Alright, we're looking right about 347. So that's our number, 347, 348. So we're going to take 20% of that as to make 5:1. So 5 parts oil, 1 part beeswax. So we can find out how much beeswax we actually use. 20%, 5:1 of beeswax is going to be about 70 grams. So we're going to use 70 grams of beeswax. Now I use it in these little pelletized form. You'll see, I'll show you the package in a second, but that's what I'm going to try to get 70 grams with. Alright, right on the money. Okay, so now that we have our proper ratio, 5:1, 5 parts oil to 1 part beeswax, we are going to pour them back into here. When we pour these back in here, that way we can have them combined. Now we have to melt these two together. That's why I chose a Pyrex. We can put this Pyrex, it's like a homemade double boiler. I'm going to show you in a second. So all we do is pour this in there, heat it up to the point where they melt together, and then boom, we're good to go. My custom-made double boiler. I basically take a piece of tin foil, make it into a figure 8, put it in the bottom, and I put this right on top of it. That way I'm not resting directly on the bottom. I got a buffer in between the two, and we're just going to heat this up till the water starts boiling and that melts together. Alright, we've been boiling water for about, I don't know, a good 7 minutes now, and the beeswax is finally starting to melt. It melts right around 145, 147 degrees. Once it's completely melted, you are ready to pour, and I will show you that now. I got these tins off of Amazon. I will put a link down below to them. They're just little 2-ounce tins, perfect for doing salves, that kind of thing. And that's the whole reason I put it into a Pyrex, was basically so I could pour. just like this. All right, how easy was that? Super, super easy. It is right here. It is in a nice solid state. It's not coming out because that's why we use beeswax, to solidify the oil. This is to be used on, say, small cuts, things like that, to keep you from getting infected. Since it does have olive oil, it can be absorbed in the skin, no problem. It's a little bit better to be absorbed in your skin. It's slightly wet, say, after you finish washing it. But it's to be used to help prevent infection. Keyword help. Doesn't prevent infection completely. It's not like an antibiotic, but it will help keep things clean because, like I said in my last video, the Thymol and Carvacrol do help fight certain forms of bacteria. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and make this. That way, just in case I do get cut outside doing whatever I may be doing, I might not have to worry about going and having to worry about something getting infected because I have this as a preemptive, hey, just keep the stuff clean. Now, if you want to find any of this stuff, I will totally put links down below for Amazon. Some of them are affiliate links. Other ones, like the beeswax, like this. I forgot what website I bought this off of. I think they actually went under. But it is nature's oil. Beeswax, it is in a 4-pound bag. You don't have to get a 4-pound bag. You can get a 1-pound if you don't want to make too big of things. I bought 2 of these, and this is the first one that I've used this much of. And I've already made lip balms and now this. So this stuff definitely goes a long, long way. You don't need a whole bunch of it. As for the tins, like I said, I found them on Amazon. I'll put a link down below for that. If you learned something from this video, please do me a favor and give me that thumbs up. It really does help me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all later, okay? Bye.